But think about this, man. It was fucking Luke's story. It was Luke's story. He wasn't in it. This was about ending his story, and we've all said it. The more we think about it, the less we like that fucking movie. And I'm gonna say this right now: there is no fucking Rise Skywalker. Okay, I fucking hate that movie, man.
Wow, complete 180, huh?
Shit. Ladies and gentlemen, if your kids are watching with you, send them to bed right now, because as insane and crazy and naughty as it gets on the NFO show, this is the Butcher's Block, the first edition of the Butcher's Block. Welcome. And of course, I'm not writing alone, okay? I got the Greek God with me. I got the doctor with me, because believe me, we don't take any fucking prisoners, but we will provide some medical aid. Guys, we left off the NFO main show on a bit of a cliffhanger. You know,
we were handing Luke Skywalker his saber.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker, Luke fucking Skywalker, right? We've all said this. We've all said that the more we think about it and the more we watch it, we like the movie, The Rise of Skywalker, a little bit less. And I'm gonna tell you now, man. You know, I left off the main show absolutely hating the fucking movie.
Can I say something really quick?
Please.
Because this is the first episode of the glorious Butcher's Block. Glorious! I need you to explain to our fans, who are not the sharpest tools in the shed, what the Butcher's Block is all about. Explain what this show will entail every week.
For those who are dull and not so sharp, this is all about sharpness, because after all, it is the Butcher's Block. This is the show where I bring up a topic, okay, and my brothers try to hold me back from breaking through the fucking camera and choking somebody out. This is therapy. This is my therapy.
That is the best intro I've heard in my entire life.
Right? This is going to be my therapy. We're going to talk about topics that I absolutely hate. I don't think make any sense, and I think should be erased from the face of the fucking history. But right now, our topic is
culture, bastard.
Cancel fucking culture. But, you know, today's topic is about the sequel trilogy, more specifically, the treatment of Luke Skywalker and the fact that it was his story and he wasn't even in it, to be honest. You know, if we are being honest, it's his story, but he really didn't get any shine, in my opinion, you know? So what do you guys think about that? Am I right?
I think you're being very, very tame right now, and I'm a little disappointed that you're holding back.
Started, you know?
You know, I think you should go full-fledged Sith heel right now. Show him the darkness. Show him why you're the Sith Lord, the necessary evil. You know, like Paul Heyman goes, my client, Brock Lesnar. You're gonna be my necessary evil, Darth Spyridon.
Well, look, man. You know, then in that case, let's just fucking reset it and redo, because the fucking sequel trilogy is unacceptable. It's fucking lame. Not only did Disney eat a fucking bag of dicks with it, the fans were forced to swallow it. Okay? You know, to be honest, man, what happened was we went to the movies. We were excited because at the end of it all, man, we're fucking Star Wars fans. We are fucking Star Wars marks, and we love Star Wars. But then when that wears off, it's like, you know what, when you meet that girl at the club and you had a few too many and you take her home and you think you fucking got a dime piece, and then you wake up in the morning, you look at that bitch and you're like, what the fuck? yo, bitch, get a razor. Bitch, you stink. Bitch, you're fucking
Coyote
ugly.
Ugly, you're chewing that arm off to get the fuck
Get
out of there.
the
Said
yeah,
you look
yo.
like Janet Jackson came out the car looking like Freddie Jackson.
You know, you don't know whether you want to fucking throw her out of the apartment through the door, the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling right now about the sequel fucking trilogy, guys. I think that they did Luke wrong. They did Mark Hamill. Bro, even Mark Hamill knows they did him wrong. But you guys tell me, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I, you know, kind of, you know?
I think you are not wrong, but you are not 100% right.
No, listen, I'm either right or wrong. Come on, man. This is
No,
the Sith
no.
show.
Papa
This
Don's
is
been
the
married.
Sith
He knows how to answer these questions.
Listen, let me explain what I mean. Thank you, Doc.
And only once, I may add.
So, you're not 100% wrong. I rewatched episode 9, right? On Disney Plus. And as I'm watching it, I'm enjoying the film. I like it. There's two aspects that I really loathe. One is the same gripe I had before, but I'm starting to hate it more and more. One is the lack of explanation on how Sidious returned, the fact he even did return, and the reasoning why he returned, just to be jobbed out at the end by Rey. And the fight at the end with Rey, I didn't like.
Right.
I think should have been Force Ghost presence if you were going to go out. This last battle should have been an all-out slobber knocker, just like Episode 3. Right? Episode 3 had the best Star Wars lightsaber duel of all time between Anakin and Obi-Wan. And it left that prequel trilogy just the way it was supposed to. Episode 6, one of the greatest lightsaber fights between Vader and Luke Skywalker. And it got you in the feels, like the kids say. It was very emotional. It left you off where you were supposed to be left off. Like nicely tucked in, for a good night's sleep by your parent. This should have been the same way. They didn't do it. No, I don't know if there is a JJ cut. I don't know if there's an extended fight scene. I don't know if there's Force Ghosts involved. I think there's a lot that was left on the cutting room floor for time purposes. And if they ever do release a JJ cut like they're doing a Snyder cut now, then granted, it might be better. But the fact that they just brought him back just to kill him off again, just to me leaves a black stain on the movie because everything else in it was phenomenal.
A fucking
what I mean?
shit stain, bro.
Exactly.
For
so
sure.
As far as Luke goes, my opinion, you're not wrong. I like the ending of episode 7, but the fact we didn't get Luke, Leia, and Han together one last time, and Lando all together, one last shot to see them all together, that's all we wanted, right? It's sacrilegious, right? But even that, I mean, look, to be fair, maybe they were saving it for the last movie. Maybe they weren't. I don't know. But the fact that they gave Luke 30 seconds of shine, in one of the greatest, probably the greatest ending in a Star Wars movie, episode 7, the actual literal cliffhanger.
On a cliff.
On a cliff, right? Leave you hanging there on a cliff in Act 2. And then episode 8 drops. I like the movie, but we've said it before. The reasoning, it's the execution of why he became grizzled and jaded and salty Luke that was not done correctly. In order for a man to be broken so bad, he literally has to hit rock bottom. And in my opinion, it wasn't executed perfectly on why he hit rock bottom. There's a lot of things in that film that weren't executed properly, like force-wielding Leia. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Rebels this week with my son, and the way Kanan came back into the ship using the Force like Leia did, he actually did it first, looked better in animation the way he did it, the way he was executed, a la Filoni style, than the way it was executed in the movie, which was very campy and Mary Poppins-like, right?
Yep.
So, that's that. My opinion, Luke went out like a boss. like a true Jedi. I don't think Luke's death could have been done any greater, but I think it was done prematurely. I think Luke should have died, if he died, at the end of episode 9, sacrificing himself for Rey and the rest of the remaining Jedi, instead of doing it in 8. And the killer is this, bro. And this is my only gripe with 8. You filmed it. You did the reshoots. Whatever. Unfortunately, Leia dies. You can edit the film to end it on a note where Luke doesn't die.
Yep.
You don't need to have that part come to fruition in the film. Him sitting on the rock looking at the suns should have been the closing thing, and they should have picked up right then and there, right after episode 9. And that's it. But they didn't. But they should have done that, because people would have got more of Luke in episode 9, and they would have forgot about episode 8. Because maybe in episode 9, they could have had him and Rey fight the Emperor and Kylo turning, and the three of them coming together to take on the Emperor. And then the Emperor getting his ass kicked at the end by all 3 Skywalkers, getting killed by all 3 of them, or something to that extent. Who knows? Anyway.
And the fact that she's his daughter as well, like we talked about in the past before.
Yeah, they could have done that. They could have definitely made it that, because I hate, now that I think about it, I hate the way she becomes a fucking Skywalker. It's like, the whole Rey Skywalker should have had so much more fucking impact, but it didn't, because, bitch, you're not a fucking Skywalker. You could have been.
Technically, she is.
You know what? I'm going to tell you how.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view, she's adopted. She adopted the name.
Isn't that another show that we have coming out? Huh?
Yes, well, but we're not talking about that today.
Right. But listen, man, this is how I'd have done it, okay, man? At the end, the Emperor is beating everybody, the Force goes, and then out of nowhere, on a white horse, Revan comes in, does the fucking saving shit. No. Bro, Revan, to be honest, man.
Revan the White in Lord of the Rings.
Listen, man, to be honest, man, this is how I feel now.
Palpatine would have looked at him and be like, who are you? Wrong movie.
I would have been like, yeah, right. He would have been like, this isn't a video game. No, but bro, to be all honest, man, I hate the fact that they brought him back, man. Now that I think about it and the way that it was done, I hate that he was back. I hate that he's a fucking clone. Again, this is the end of the Skywalker saga. It should have been, the focus should have been on Luke. He takes Rey under his wing, we find out that she's his daughter. The film ends with Luke dying of old age even, but her training a new generation at a new Jedi temple, and the temple has a fucking statue of Luke. Okay? Fucking, sign me up right now. Hire me to write this fucking movie. Disney, fuck you. Pay me.
We've said it many times, how us picking apart this movie, this trilogy, and deciding, better talking points, better just things that make more sense. And listen, if it ended like that, where she's training the new sect of Jedi, massive starting point for everything else going forward. I mean, and just with her, you don't need the Finn, you don't need the Poe, you don't need the rest of the jabronis.
Right.
Just her.
You need Finn.
Oh, fuck those guys.
Finn's your first student.
Well, clearly Finn doesn't give a shit because he's never coming back.
Yeah, dude, he's too busy in the streets now, bro.
Guys, you guys are nuts.
He's a Jedi in the streets.
Him and Poe are coming back. They're playing hardball, because if they act like they don't want it, Disney's going to throw a lot of Scarol at them. That's the name of the game, bro. If they were like, yeah, we'll come back because we love the role, we're fans. No, dude. Then Disney's going to be like, okay, we'll give you $20 and a hot dog.
I don't give a shit if they come back. How about that? Anyway, we'll talk about that later. We've definitely had better ideas than. And listen, I'm not putting us over, but how can 3 guys who sit around and talk about this all day long have better ideas than what was actually a billions of dollar franchise? I don't fucking understand it. I don't get it. What was happening at Disney? Like we said before, they weren't talking to each other. I'm starting to lean towards Spiro when it comes to the fact that I like the movie less and less. Yep. It really got me at some point when we were there. I felt it. There were a lot of parts The Han Solo part was amazing. They couldn't have done that any better. That was perfect.
That was the best scene, bro. Yeah.
The Leia death was also done well. There's a few things here and there that were great, but overall, the whole theme and the whole execution could have been done at least 75% better than it was, which is a fucking way too much when it comes to a movie this important.
Well, listen, what you have is corporate executives, right, who thrive on power and are defined by the roles that they have in their company, right? How much shares they have, what Maserati they're driving, what Guma they're banging on the side, what kind of house they have, whatever the case may be. And none of them are really, they may be Star Wars fans, but they're not geeks, right? Then you have Kathleen Kennedy, who decided to put her own personal agenda onto this with the whole feminism angle and liberal subplot politics, which people did not want to deal with because they want to escape reality and forget about the shitbag world we live in today.
Yep.
Right? Now, then you have Colin Trevorrow come out and say what his departure was very traumatic and that the reason why he left. Spear, did you read the article? Because I figured you want to touch base on this or no?
Yeah.
You read it or you didn't read it?
I read the title. No, I actually no, man. No, dude. I read it. I think it originally came out. When was it?
Listen, the reason why they got the Hollywood Reporter reports that the reason why he got fired or left was because him and Kathleen Kennedy had become, their relationship was unmanageable because of script disagreements. Now, his script allegedly leaked online, the Duel of the Fates. It was decent, not going to lie. But I also think what JJ did was decent. But the one thing that I love about his script is that the Emperor's in it and Vader's in it, but Vader versus Kylo is not real. It's a vision, right? Just like how Han was a memory. And the hologram of the Emperor was in it, and he's not back. There's no purpose. Like, they brought him back, and there's no purpose. It's like, we're just bringing him back because we're Disney and because we can. And that's it, right? The only thing I didn't like about his script was that she was rocking the same freaking outfit as Luke Skywalker in Episode 6, which I thought was real tacky. Because I kind of liked the white outfit she was rocking in J.J. Abrams' movie. You know, and she had a double-bladed lightsaber like Darth Maul, whatever. I mean, if it works, it works.
It made sense, though.
But yeah, it does. But I kind of like the yellow lightsaber that's made out of her staff.
But it makes sense because she's accustomed to the staff. So,
I
you know.
Oh, well, yeah, she's accustomed to using the weapon, too.
Hey-o.
So, you know, I don't remember. And then in his version, Luke was haunting Kylo. Not only just helping Rey, but if there was any way they can salvage Luke from 8 and incorporate him into 9 as being a living mentor and actually helping the rebellion, I think it would have made things a lot better. Like Gandalf the white nonsense or whatever, but that's just me. But I just figured I'd add fuel to the fire to piss you off some more. Because this is your show. It's the Butcher's Block.
Listen, man, I think if they're probably never going to do it, but if they do it exactly the way I said it, and that's it. Because if you don't, then fuck Star Wars and fuck Disney. And I'm gonna fucking don't worry. I'm gonna go to some crazy planet. I'm gonna go hide myself. Then I'm gonna come back and give Star Wars new meaning. Let's say it's gonna be the rebirth of Star Wars. I'm gonna take over and the Sith will rule and we will get our fucking revenge, because this is the Butcher's Block. We deal in fucking absolutes, okay? And that's the bottom line, because fucking dark side for life.